Welcome to the Face Behind the Brand. I am your host, Monique Marie, and you are Wanduni.
Thank you for having me, Monique.
You're very welcome. Thank you for making time tonight. How are you?
I'm doing okay, thank God. Preparing, getting ready to go into a lockdown that we have
I
from
know.
tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here in Edmonton, we're coming on on Sunday actually, here in Edmonton. So, you know, just doing what I got to do, right?
Yeah.
Be
Well,
safe and survive.
we're already on lockdown here in California, uh,
Oh, wow. Interesting.
officially since I want to say a few days ago, actually. So yeah, obviously, unless there's something essential that needs to be handled, we have received an alert on all our phones, stay at home, stay indoors. So
It's necessary, eh? Given what's going on right now around the world, and it's getting worse everywhere you go. It's not getting better, so
yeah,
something's got to be done.
yeah,
Make sure that we can get over this as quick as possible.
yeah. And use common sense, right? I mean, we would love to be able to stay outside and enjoy the outdoors and walk up to people and shake their hands, and we just you just can't.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
can't. So let's get into it. So I wanted to have you on because, of course, as I was sharing, I discovered your amazing single, Your Lovin', and of course led me into your other single, Never Leave, which led me into having a conversation with you, and we are here tonight. And I see the lovely Riwo just joined also. So I want to say congratulations to both of you on this incredible single that you guys, of course, connected and created. It's an amazing sound. So congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And
So
I will appreciate that as well.
yes, absolutely. So talk to me about Wanduni. You were born and raised in Sierra Leone.
Yeah. Wanduni, born and raised in Sierra Leone. Moved to Canada in 2006.
Okay.
Yeah. Singer, songwriter, um, husband, um, father.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Family
Yeah.
man.
Wanduni is just an everyday person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're doing a lot, and I think it's incredible. So, talk to me a little bit about growing up in Sierra Leone and where this music talent, this gift, came from.
Yeah. My cousin actually, he saw rest in peace. He passed away a couple of years ago.
Mm,
Sandro,
sorry to
rest
hear
in
that.
peace.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid, he was a couple of years older than me.
Hmm.
He used to be, well, he was in love with Snoop Dogg.
Mm.
Uh, this was the time when you have the Dog Pound and
Yes.
all this going on, and we never got like we were not exposed to U.S. hip hop, right?
Hmm.
I mean, at that time, for you to get music, you have to have connection,
Absolutely.
something comes out. And my cousin, he had that connection. Would get the songs when they come out, and he used to go around wearing the long coats and all that, and perform Snoop Dogg's music at shows and all these things. And he just got me with him. Wherever he went, he would pull me along, and I just followed him, and I saw what he was doing as a kid, and I saw that he was enjoying himself, and I just gravitated towards that, right? And I
Yeah.
just started following him and doing what I got to do. And then as I moved to Guinea, because I don't know if you know, Sierra Leone had a rebel war.
Mhm.
So it went on for a while, for about 10 years or so. But at some point, we moved to Guinea, trying to, as refugees are trying to come to a 6 hour contract or something like that.
Mhm.
And I met a dude called Fonty K. Fonty, he lives in the States now.
Mhm.
He actually lives in Virginia.
Wow.
I met this dude, me and him, we started working on some music, and he actually coached me on how to make good music and all of that. And then at some point, he said to me, you know what? Because at that time I was rapping, by the way. Like I said to you,
Wow.
I was copying, like I
Hip
was following my cousin, and that's what he did. He was a rapper. He went around rapping,
That's
and I was trying to rap, write the lyrics, and you know, and my and Fonty was like, yo, because whenever we made a song, we would want somebody to do the chorus,
mm,
right? And he's like, we gotta have somebody to sing the chorus, and I would it was like, you gotta sing the chorus, and I would do it, and he's like, yo, I think you gotta stick to singing, man.
yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, you write good lyrics and you can rap, but
Yeah.
I think singing suits you, right? And
Yeah.
that's how I became Wanduni the singer.
Yeah. Well, you have an amazing sound. You have an amazing voice,
Thank
Wanduni. It's very catchy. It's it just, it's timeless. It's a timeless voice. Some people have, like a voice for today, it's a voice from then, it's just, we can hear your sound forevermore. So, yeah, that's what grasped me, and of course, as you know, artist to artist, I can say that, and I think I can be biased and say, I have the ear for a good voice, a good
that. It means a lot to me, buddy, because I heard your music too, and I think you're an amazing artist, and I like what I heard. So for you to say that, it means a lot. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, King. I appreciate that. So, this song, of course, was produced by, I make sure I'm saying it right, Kazmega.
Yes.
Kazmega, an
Yeah.
amazing.
This song, Your Loving,
Hmm.
produced by Matt Megan. Yeah.
Okay. So then we
And,
have Never Leave, which is another hit. And of course, we're just going into hit after hit, which is walking, obviously, us into an amazing album, I'm assuming. Uh,
uh,
Never Leave, featuring Ozilla.
yes.
Who also featured on the album single and produced the song. So talk to me
Yes.
about that, because that's incredible.
Oh, so let me tell you the story about how Never Leave.
Yes.
With Never Leave, Uzila, we were in the studio. Because me and Uzila, we get together and work on music and all of that, right? So we were in the studio and we're like, yo, let's make a song.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're going through beats and trying to figure out like which one we want to work on.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, how about we just start from scratch?
Wow.
Make a beat and write to it and record it. And he's like, I'm down. So that same night, he sat here and he made the beat. And after making the beat, we sat down and we started vibing to it and we wrote to it.
Yeah.
And then we like, let's record it now. We recorded it that night. So it was a song that was made in like in an instant. Like
Mm-hmm.
just and then he's like, okay, let's make this. And what we're gonna do? Okay, this is the beat. Then, okay, now like these are the melodies. Okay, let's work on it. And
Yeah.
then let's write it. And that's how it came about. Like we did it in one night.
Creating some amazing, amazing music. So I like to kind of do my research, and I want to circle back to 20. I'll go all the way back to 2013 first. Because I want you to tell us how you feel your music has evolved since the single Got Me Going Crazy. Yes.
Oh yeah, Got Me Going Crazy was my first single.
Yeah.
I think music.
Mm-hmm.
I think as the years went by, I've had the opportunity moving when I moved to Canada. Yeah, I had the opportunity to be around a lot of artists, and I'm thankful that the artists in Edmonton actually embraced me and they walked me through the ropes and let me know what it is, and they showed me I was one of them.
Yeah.
The moment I came here,
Mm-hmm.
and my music just grew from then, right? Got me, as you probably can tell, the growth from Got Me Going Crazy
Yeah.
to now.
Yeah.
And one person and by the way, Kaz Mega produced that beat.
Wow.
And Kaz Mega has like we've been together since since the beginning
Yes.
of my coming here.
Yeah.
And I think all I can say is I think you can tell that there's a lot of growing that has happened.
Yeah.
So,
well, because you did, of course.
I think I've worked on my art. I just strive to to grow every day and try to get creative and just do research and learn from the people around me. And especially Uzila. Uzila is a very talented
Yeah.
guy, man. So
Very.
I learned a lot from him. So,
Yeah.
yo.
Well, I think
Yeah.
you're super blessed to have these amazing artists and singers and you know, producers. I mean, that's you know, um, that's a blessing in itself, you know, to have that kind of energy and really, really good, you know, musicians with artistry. So I think that's a huge plus for you. And then 2018, of course, we have Resuscitation, the EP. So talking about Uzilla, he's been with you for a while because he was featured on 2 of those singles. You had 6 singles
Oh, yeah.
on that EP. So I would definitely say yes, you have evolved. And all the music to me, you know, is great. It's just it's amazing to see your discography and to like knowing you and following you in such a short time. And to just go deep into your discography is just it's pleasant. It's very amazing for me. Yeah. So talk to me about the support, because we're talking about knowing the right people, connecting and energy. So talk to me about how important support is and connecting with people in this industry. If you were speaking to someone who was watching, who was interested in following in your footsteps.
Yeah, I think the support helps you grow. That's one thing. And secondly, it helps you understand it helps you understand how you can navigate in the industry. Believe it or not, you learn every day. Nobody's is perfect, right?
Yeah.
Nobody can say I know everything.
Yeah.
So having the right people around you, and people go through different experiences, right? And you have a circle of people that they see you as one of them, and they like working with you, or they work with you hand in hand. They will always give you their experience. They'll always tell you. They'll always give you their connection. They'll tell you, hey, this is what when I wanted to do, where who I talked to, and this is how I did it. You learn from that.
Yeah.
And I think the support helps you grow really, really well. And at the same time, it helps you create good music. It has helped me a lot to create good music. Having people around me that can tell me, hey, I love what you did there, but you know, if you would do it this way, that would be great. It also helps you understand how to navigate in this business.
Yeah.
Because for example, my story, right? Coming here, I don't know nothing in a sense like how the industry works here, right? And if I had just been doing it by myself, if I had just been working on my own, I probably would still be in the dark.
Yeah.
Not knowing how to navigate, right? But then meeting people that I'd already been working in Edmonton or Canada here, trying to get somewhere with their music, they already know because this is their ground.
Yeah.
This is where they were born and this is where they grew up, right? So they already know how things been working since the 90s or since the 80s because they've been taught by the people before them, right?
Yeah.
And they were willing to give me those lessons that they learned and tell me, hey, okay, you new here, but this is what it is, man. And not just tell me, but they told me and then they stood by me to help me grow.
Yeah.
So yeah, the support, I gotta say it helps.
That's huge.
For sure. And I see that in my career.
Absolutely.
So you do need people around. You do need the right people around you, people that can help you take your music somewhere. People that you can grow together with, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're working on a LP. You talked to me about that. War and Love Stories. So I want to ask you a 3-part question kind of before you go into the details of it, because I have an idea, obviously, what the album is entailing based on these lead singles, right? So I want to ask you this. Can there be happiness without sadness? Can there be pleasure without pain? And can there be peace without war?
Interestingly enough, I have a song on the album that's called Now Waiting.
Yes.
So it's my local dialect. And Now Waiting means what it is.
Yes.
The song talks about it says like waiting a die without the life.
Mm,
So waiting a die without what it means. What is death without life?
come on now.
Like what weight does death hold without life
Life.
being in existence, right?
Mm, mm,
So I think that for us to value one thing, for example, talking about peace, right?
yeah.
For us to value the peace that
Hmm.
we have to see we have to see the opposite of that. For us to say, you know what, I think I want peace,
Yeah.
if we don't know what's the opposite of that,
Hmm.
we become like we take it for granted.
Hmm.
We become complacent and something like that. So I think for us to value one,
Yeah.
we have to see the other.
Yeah. And that's why I wanted to ask you in that way directly, because I already know, based on just both these two love songs, you know what I'm saying, that, obviously a little bit of what you've experienced, in life, and a little bit of obviously, what we've all been experiencing right now. We're not in battle war, but we are warring right now against something very, very much more harmful.
Yeah,
Both with both pandemics, and I call them both pandemic. I call COVID a pandemic, and yes, I call racism a pandemic, because we've been dealing with it for a very, 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 very long time. So I definitely feel that your LP is going to be very, very much relative.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
for 20.
With this LP, I'm opening a window into my life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it, it's got it's gonna be called War and Love Stories.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I've got a couple of songs there that talk about. But when I say war, it not necessarily just talks about war, but it
Right.
talks about my experiences growing up in Sierra
Mm-hmm.
Leone and my experiences resettling in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
My experiences, well, before resettling in Canada, my experiences uh, leaving Sierra Leone, going to Guinea, a foreign land that's a French-speaking country.
Yes.
Uh, my experiences living there, like
Mm-hmm.
what, like and coming here, and how I navigated through life, and how like where I'm at now,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I'm gonna open a window, and I'm certain I'm really excited about releasing this album.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know yet. I was hoping that I could release it the end of the year by the end of the year, but we might we might go into the first quarter of
Mm-hmm.
2021.
Mm-hmm.
Like like I said,
Yeah.
I try to make sure that everything is perfect. Well, it kept perfect, but everything is up to par for me to release something. So yeah, and the love one love story. The love part of it is just talking about experiences. Same thing, but with my life,
Yeah.
in my life, and or things that I see around me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I'm more excited about the war part of it, because that's something I've been wanting to talk about publicly for a while,
Yeah.
right? I do talk about it with my friends, my fellow artists. As I talk about that because of that, because when we in the studio and he's working on beats or working on something else,
Mm-hmm.
so we talk about things that we've been through, so we can learn from each other. But I'll never address it. But I mean, I have a song. I don't know if you heard, since you were checking out my music. I don't know if you heard the song African Ghetto.
I saw that one, but no, I didn't. You know what? I want to be honest. I didn't listen. That's crazy. I didn't even, I clicked on it and I kept clicking through the rest of the EP, because I was like, there was so many songs. So this was African Ghetto was a single you did when in 20, was it 2018 or was it before the EP?
I believe it was in 2019. I released
2019.
that
Okay.
December 15, 2019.
I need to listen to it.
Yeah,
I did hear it a little
yeah.
bit. Yeah.
So African Ghetto is just a little bit of uh, uh, just a little bit of example of
Yeah.
what the album is gonna look like, right?
Mm-hmm.
What the album is gonna introduce when it comes to opening that window into my life.
Okay. So African
Yeah.
Ghetto, definitely. So let me ask you, how many languages do you speak?
4 languages.
Wow. So, because I remember you were sharing, because you used to, obviously, while in Sierra Leone and growing up, a lot of the music you were creating was in your own native tongue, right? In your own language. So,
Yeah, sorry. I couldn't hear what you just said. I don't know if it's the.
oh, let me see. Let me see. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
I wonder, is it covered because of, let me see something. I'll turn it around. Tell me if you can hear me better. How's that?
Yeah, I can hear you better.
I think it's covered. I'm just going to move this. How about now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So yeah, I was saying, I remember you were sharing that a lot of the songs that you had originally started writing were in your native tongue. So, you know, the four languages you speak, what are those?
I speak Riwo, which is the our local dialect,
Local.
common language in Sierra Leone.
Mm-hmm.
I speak Fula, which is my tribal language. I'm a Fula and Timni.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad is Fula and my mom is Timni.
Oh,
I come from two different tribes.
that's incredible.
Yeah, I speak Fula, and then I do speak a little bit of French. Like I said, I spent 6 years in Guinea Conakry.
Mm-hmm.
That's a French country,
Mm-hmm.
and I just picked it up like that because I mean that's all people spoke around,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And of course,
English.
I speak English.
Wow, that's incredible. That's incredible because I wouldn't even know where to begin. So tell me in your own words, what are some of the risks, would you say, of being a musician in this industry today? So we're talking about hip hop, R&B, you know.
I can't hear you.
Really? Okay, let me see. Can everybody else hear me or Wanduni? Send some fire signs or some yay or nays and tell us, because it's weird. I don't know if it's just where my phone is sitting. I don't see anybody responding. Let me see. How's now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So we got one thumbs up. So how do I sound now? Pretty clear?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Maybe I'll plug in a headphone.
Okay.
That might help a little.
Okay. Maybe I'm down low volume. Okay. You know, we're audio people.
Yeah.
How's that?
Okay.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you very clearly. Yes, yes.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
So what I was saying is, based on the genre and everything you're doing, you know, because you come from different, obviously, genres, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, we're talking R&B, hip hop, pop, you know, all these different genres, contemporary. What are some of the risks that you would say, you know, being a musician just in this industry in general? I mean, you are a father, you know, you're a husband. What are some of the risks so far that you would say you experienced?
Hey, if I can understand your question, you asking like being being a father
Yeah, like
and
juggling, pretty much juggling. Yeah,
juggling. Okay,
yeah,
now I get it. All right, because I don't I don't want to start talking about something that you didn't ask.
yeah. Then we'll be like, I don't hear you. I didn't hear you.
But yeah, it's kind of tough because you work,
Yeah.
and then you pursue your dream because we all know as an up and coming artist, or because I still consider myself up and coming artist
Yeah.
because I've not I don't feel like I've reached to where I strive, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you the music is not generating enough for you to focus on it solely, right? So you still got to work. And I don't know if I mentioned this. By the way, I'm a registered nurse as well.
No, you
So
can't tell me that. Oh, oh my goodness.
yeah, so I work and pursue my dream, and I mean music is something that I want to do, and I'm hoping that one day I can focus on it
Yeah, full time.
solely, and yeah, and you know what I mean. But yeah, it's tough doing that, working and doing pursuing your dream. Which music for you to be able to reach somewhere in music, I think you have to put in a lot of time.
Yeah.
You need that time. So, and then you have family, you have a kid to raise, and you have your wife that you got to make sure is happy at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it is a hard thing to do because you feel like the 24 hours is not enough for you.
Yeah.
You have this you come from work and then you're like, okay, I gotta put myself in a space where I can write because Uzila is coming on Sunday for us to record a track.
Yeah.
So I not, but if you don't put yourself in that zone, it's hard for you to be able to write something creative, right?
Yeah.
And then but at the same time your son is wanting to hang out with you and you can't disappoint him. You have to make time for that, and you have to make time for your wife as well. However, I gotta say that I'm grateful
Yeah.
because my wife, she's very, very supportive,
Mm-hmm.
and she does understand that this is something that I love. This is something that I want to do, and my family around me, they are very supportive. Everybody is supporting me in what I do. My mom and even my in-laws. Like my my father-in-law is one of my biggest fans.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he just lets people know about me everywhere he goes, and my mom does the same thing. So and my wife supports me in ways that I'm grateful for
Yeah.
because she understands and she makes sure that I'm able to do it. I'm able to do it so that I can uh, get to where I want to get to. She helps with everything that she can help with from her side, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if I have to do something about the music and we have something that we had already planned, I mean obviously if it's something that can that we can't move, we work around it. But if she thinks it's something that we can move, she will say, you know what, you got to do that, and then when you're done with that, we can get to this. So
Yeah.
it is tough, obviously juggling all of this. And for my son, he's only 4 years old, so he doesn't understand
Oh, yeah.
what it is. He just enjoys what's going on around him, and he likes music as well.
Yeah.
I would say he can sing a lot of my songs. Eh?
Really?
Yeah, like he likes my music actually, and I'm grateful
Wow.
for that. Yeah,
So
he
does he
sings the
actually
choruses.
relate and know that it's you singing yet? Does he get that this is you?
Yes.
Okay.
Because my wife would ask him, like who's singing? Like
Yeah.
if, like let's say my song is
He
playing in
knows.
the house, and who's that singing? And he goes, that's Papa.
No.
Yeah, he knows the music. Yeah, it's tough, but I think because of the support that I get, and because my wife is quite supportive of my dreams, and
Mm-hmm.
she wants to see me win,
Yes.
and she's I feel like she's in it with me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, so it does make it easier.
Yeah.
It makes it easier, and I don't feel the craziness, so I don't feel like I'm juggling too much. I
Yeah.
just feel like it's just right. You know what I mean?
That's nice to hear. That's really nice to
Yeah.
hear. So talk to me about cultivating a direct relationship with the people, obviously like me, like people you're meeting online or new people, fans, via email, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. What social media and just the impact of internet has done for you as an artist.
Oh wow! I was just saying that the other day. Internet, the internet has changed the game, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember, like I said, growing up, you will hear about uh, an album coming out. Like you say, oh, Snoop Dogg has an album out,
Yeah.
and then you check, and then you try to find like turn around or check it out to see when the album came out, you realize it's like 2 years ago, or maybe a year and a half ago, before you even
Right.
before before you even get access to
Right.
the original copy back home, because maybe somebody in the States or somebody somewhere sent it for you. With the internet, it's made it easy, and it's made it easy for even artists like us to share our music,
Yeah.
because back then you had to be discovered, and you had to be put on
Yeah.
by the elite, or by people that are in that are in the industry, that are calling the shots, say, okay, now it's this guy's turn.
Yeah.
That guy has got to wait for 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you can put yourself out there. You can get your music out to the world without needing somebody telling you it's your turn, or it's not your turn. You let people decide.
Yeah.
And you meet new people like yourself.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, I'm so grateful. Like, I posted the song "You're Loving," and I actually promoted it, and you down in California,
Yeah.
and you saw it, and you like it, and you're like, yo, Wanduni, I want to get you on my show.
Yes.
And that's blessing, you know what I mean? So that is blessing.
Yeah.
And I feel like internet has done a lot, not just for me, but for not just for music, for
Yeah.
for everything out there, for people that like anybody that's wanting to do something that benefits from the internet, even for business people, small businesses. Like my sister owns a beauty salon, and when she first opened that, the internet helped her a lot, because what she
Absolutely.
did was she went to Facebook, Instagram, all these places, and she the people that she had their email, and she just emailed them. Now I have my spot. You guys can come by and get
Yeah.
your hair done, or
Yeah.
whatever you need. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You could put
So
out
I feel like,
email blast and just different things, especially right now,
yeah,
like, COVID. I mean, it's been since March, right? So it's like, how do we
yeah,
communicate about businesses other than cell phone? This is the way, you know.
yeah, yeah.
So
No, I hear you.
yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah. If I start going on how, if I like, it won't end.
Yeah.
To
Right.
tell you how the internet has helped a lot, because I think if it wasn't for the way the wall is now, where communication has been made easy, I think it would have been hard for um, artists like me
Yeah.
to be able to reach somebody like artists like you,
Mhm.
and somebody that is out there supporting up and coming artists, making sure the world hears them. It would have been hard, right?
Very hard.
But this makes it easy for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
I'm sure you're a reader now, especially understanding that you're a nurse and educated in all these wonderful things. What book would you say has had the greatest influence on your life?
Huh.
I'm sure you have many books that you, but pick one. No.
uh, oh my goodness. Title can't come to my head now, because I read a lot of science books.
Yeah, I figured that. Yeah.
I read a lot of science, but
Even though,
uh, but but I gotta say though, I don't remember the title of that book. But I gotta say, I remember back in when I was in Guinea, because I was trying to keep sane, right? After living in doing a space where you uh,
must be frozen.
yeah, I think I lost you
Yeah, I
there.
think you were frozen. I could see you the whole time, but you didn't see me.
Oh,
It's
okay.
IG stuff. I don't even think it's you. I think it's Instagram, honestly.
All right, cool, cool, cool. Um, yeah, okay. I guess what was I saying? I was saying that right now, I don't know, because I do read a lot of
Yeah.
science books. So I'm guessing you're talking about maybe novels and stuff, right? Things that
Well,
you
honestly, it could be
like.
like if it were me, I would have to say
Yeah,
I read a lot too, but honestly, it's the Bible for me. Like
the
literally,
Bible.
I don't
Okay.
read it from beginning to end, but I know, spiritually speaking, because I'm not religious, I'm more
Yeah.
relationship. But when I need something, that's the book.
Okay. I do read the
Mentally.
Quran, the Quran, but
Okay.
I would say though I do read the Quran,
Mm-hmm.
but not as much as my wife reads the Bible.
All right now.
Yeah, and I do touch the Med Surg book, which it's a medical surgical book.
Wow.
Just
Oh,
read about medicine. But that's like when I wanna just refresh my memory, and
yeah.
you wanna, yeah, something that you okay, I wanna remember what like the details about this, because obviously you have the concept of everything that you've learned, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes you need to go back to remember the details.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but yeah, and I remember like I was saying, when I was in Guinea, I read a lot of novels,
Wow.
and I just don't remember the like the titles, because that's like years back.
Yeah.
But I read, but I remember the author that I read a lot from was I think his name is Sidney Sheldon, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read a lot of his novels because at that time, we would go to the market, and they'll just have these books, and I'm certain that these are like books that people send from. They'll have these books lying on a mat, like,
Mm-hmm.
and they sell them next to nothing.
Yeah.
And I needed to keep saying so, and I needed to take my mind out of at the time my current situation,
Mm-hmm.
and so I would read, I would take, like, buy these novels, and just, read them.
Yeah.
Uh, um, and I one thing, I don't remember the name of the book anyways, but I think there was one of them that I read that talked about somebody that had alter egos, and that was an interesting book. And yeah,
Yeah.
it was interesting because I could see the different personalities, and
Yeah.
and you see people around you, and you start putting them into those personalities, and then you understand that, this is just real life,
Yeah.
but that was for one person that was going through all of that. I don't remember, but anyways, currently I don't I read a lot of science books, and it's just touching here and there. I feel like I probably don't have enough time. And interestingly enough, my wife was saying that about a week ago, she was like, I think we got to start reading, like, just like probably read one book a month.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, not just reading, because she's a registered nurse as well. So
Wow.
she's like, not just reading to refresh our
Mm-hmm.
memories, or trying to like do modules, and try to read articles and stuff about work,
Mm-hmm.
but like novels, or finding books. Right now, I think she's reading the Michelle Obama book.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the title, but she's reading that right now.
Becoming.
Becoming, yes,
I'm so
becoming.
embarrassed because I have it sitting on my dresser. I'm not gonna even
Yeah.
say it.
She
It's
bought it
beautiful.
on.
It's so beautiful just to have it. But I need to read it because it's like I know it's a very good book.
Yeah, that's what she said. She bought it off of Kindle, and she's
Mm-hmm.
reading that. That's what she said. So her reading that,
Yeah.
she's like, I think we got to start reading
Yeah.
these books that inspire people more. And she said we have to start doing that for the boys.
Yeah.
She's like, because when we start telling him that you need to make time to read, and
Mm-hmm.
she's hoping that when he grows up, little, she'll start giving him books to say, okay, this is the book for the month. You
Mm-hmm.
read this, and then we talk about it. It's like, how are we gonna tell him that
Yeah.
when we are we are not doing it? So maybe a month down the road,
Yeah.
I'll be.
And hopefully I will have read mine and we can come back. And that's what people do too. Like I remember years ago,
Yeah,
people would do book clubs. I'm hoping I
yeah,
mean, we've gotten away from things because there's so much TV right now and everything that's on TV. So it's
yeah,
just like, this to me is, yes, a way. And that's why I always ask that question, like, what book? Because I think
yeah,
that distracts you. It brings you back into normal life. normalcy, you know.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so a nurse, a musician. I,
I'm like, I just dropped that, eh?
I how
Because
cool.
you asked about the.
And let me say thank you for everything you're doing, because right now, you're out there, I'm sure. Are you in the facility, in the hospital daily, or?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I do. Yeah, I do a 12-hour shift.
God,
I do shift work. So it's 2 weeks of A's and then 2 weeks of B's.
Jesus. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for
Yeah.
everything you and your wife are doing for just, putting yourself at risk, because you're parents, you know what I'm saying? So I can only imagine, what you're seeing, just being on the front line like that. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So let me ask you something. I think we talked about this because I think it's important to know your perspective on doing what you're doing. Is it important to do what you love or to love what you do?
To love what you do.
Okay, and elaborate on that.
No. Maybe to do what you love, or to do what you love.
Yeah, yeah. I
I'm
don't think
gonna take that back.
that's a really, because I think it ends up working.
Yeah. No, because I'm thinking about it. I think the way I interpreted it,
Yeah.
the way I interpreted it is to love what you do.
Yes.
Is you I guess you doing something, and because I love nursing.
Yes.
I love what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I love what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right.
But then I think about it like, love what you do or do what you love. What I love is music.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would love to be a full-time artist right now,
Yes.
but then it doesn't mean that I don't love
Nurse.
what I'm doing.
Yes.
What I'm doing, because I feel like I'm making a great impact, and I'm helping people, and
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I feel like I'm playing my part, right,
Yes, you
in
are.
this world.
Big time.
Not alone in hospitals in Edmonton, but in
Mm-hmm.
this world I'm playing my part, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I would love to play my part creating, and you know what I mean. So that's how I interpreted it.
Yeah.
That's why that because coming from the conversation that we just had,
Yeah.
I thought that's where you're trying
Yeah.
to get at, but I don't know.
But I think, like I said, when I ask this question, I love to hear different answers, because I think it's kind of complex, really, because it is.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Yeah.
would say, yeah, you kind of sometimes you're forced to do,
Yeah.
to love what you do, because if you're at
Yeah.
work and you're clocking in, it's like, well, I have to love this. I have to make myself, especially if it's not doing something that you love to do, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
you better love
Yeah.
it, so that you
Yeah.
can continue to stay here, so to speak, and,
Yeah.
and earn income. But at the same time, loving what you do, doing what you love, I think the money will come, the
Yeah.
increase will come. And I'll close with that, because I think with you now knowing what your background is, I feel that you're doing both. You're doing it as a service,
Yeah.
to take care of sick people, to bring people to health, but your music is also therapy as well.
Appreciate.
So
Wow. Wow.
yeah,
I appreciate that.
yeah, music is big.
I yeah, and I like that perspective. I like that. I think it makes me feel good about my like my whole everything that I'm doing right now.
Absolutely.
Just hear you say that, because that's how I feel too.
Mm-hmm.
And hear it from somebody else's mouth,
Yeah.
makes me feel like, okay, I think I'm in the right path.
Yeah. So there it is. So I would say, take us out and let us know where we can find you other than Instagram. So for anybody who doesn't know where your music is, let us know where to find it.
You can find me on all streaming platforms,
Yeah.
from Apple Music, Spotify, to Deezer, to Bandcamp. I don't know. You do know what you know
Mhm.
about Bandcamp, right? Yeah, to
Yeah.
Bandcamp, to anywhere that you can stream music,
Yes.
you'll find Wanduni, Wanduni.
Wanduni.
Yeah. For my social, you can find me, like you said, on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, Instagram, Facebook. I don't do a lot of Twitter though.
Yeah, it's I'm there, but I know.
Yeah.
See, my producers honestly say that that's where it's at. Like, you need to be on
Yeah.
Twitter. Like, really, you really do. There's a
Okay.
lot of a lot of heavy hitters on Twitter, a lot of connections, a lot of, you know, things that can happen. But it's just a matter of just really, you know, I think we're looking for
Yeah.
followers so much. People are like,
Yeah.
people, but it's like, don't worry about that. Just connect, right?
Just
So,
connect. I hear
yeah,
you. And I'm not. I created an account on TikTok, but I'm not on there. I
yeah.
don't have nothing on there. I just have an account, but I don't.
But
I don't.
you can
Yeah.
be on there tonight because I've been posting clips of the videos to my TikTok.
Oh, nice. So I got okay. So now I'm gonna start using my because when I go on TikTok and I enjoy it. That's why I have an account because I
Mhm.
go there. I see people doing creative things and you know and entertaining.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, okay, do I have to like you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I think you can. I'm still new. I
yeah.
did one crazy one of those wild out videos, but it's just
Oh,
it's
nice.
not me though. So it's I can't.
Yeah.
I'm like, do I sing? What do I do on here? But so I just
Yeah.
started doing my own. Just do you, and I think
That's the thing.
that's what fun.
You got it.
Just do you. Just sing, talk, whatever you do, and then you attract who is interested.
You got it, Monique. I think I'm confused too
Yeah.
because I got on there. I got on there, and I know people do different things, but mostly what I see is people doing like you know,
Yeah.
and I'm like, huh,
It's
what do I do? Do I
yeah.
come on here and sing? Do I come on here and talk, or do I?
Hmm.
Because I can't. I don't see myself like doing the other things, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I might be able to if I try, but I haven't done it before.
But
So
guess what? I'm hearing so many people because I had a friend that told me he went over to TikTok. He has probably more followers and more engagement on TikTok than on any of the platforms at all. So it's like people were like just like slow on here, and then he went over there doing what he's doing. He's fitness, pro longevity fitness. He has also an account here IG. But basically, he's saying he went over there and just the engagement. I mean, he's over like 40,000 followers, you know, and they're not just people sitting there. There are people engaging with him and, you know, connecting, and he's selling something, you know, he's a fitness instructor,
oh wow,
you know.
oh wow,
So yeah,
oh
so it's
wow.
just like, and that's not the first person I've heard. It's like the hell with, you know, Instagram. They'll go over there and become like a mega superstar.
Oh wow, I gotta start trying it then
Yeah,
because like I said, I created an account and then that was that.
yeah,
I don't do anything, but I'll try. But yeah, so streaming you can find me on all streaming
yeah,
platform.
platform.
I think now I have my music now on Audio Mac.
Oh wow.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, it's on Audio Mac, and
Mhm.
I mean I've been doing SoundCloud for years, so on
Yeah,
SoundCloud as well.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and yeah, but for social Facebook, Instagram are the two places where I'm really active.
Okay.
Twitter, I have yeah, you can follow me on Twitter. On Twitter though, it's not just at Wanduni. On Twitter, it's this is Wanduni.
This is Wanduni. Okay.
Yeah, on Twitter, it's this is Wanduni. And yeah, and then I'll catch up with you on my TikTok account.
Yes. Still, like I said, I'm still growing too, but I'm just trying to do it and remembering every time. This makes me do it after each live. I go ahead and edit, and then I, you know, upload what
Oh,
the
that's
amount that
nice.
you can. So take care, please, and stay safe. And
Thank you.
I appreciate you so much. And, you know,
Thank
I
you.
definitely would like to continue, you know, our conversations and connecting. I definitely want to have Riwo on. So I'm
Yes,
looking forward for you to kind of link that intro for me, because
I will for sure.
her voice on this song is incredible.
Yeah,
You
you,
together is like one band, one sound, literally.
I hear you. I
Okay.
hear you. And you is an incredible singer. I gotta
Yeah,
tell you,
she
like
is.
she's an amazing voice. I like you know what?
Yes.
I'll set you guys up.
Thank you.
I'll let her know and I'll set you guys up so you can actually dive into
Her background.
into our music,
Yeah.
into our background more, and that way you can find out for yourself. Because I don't want to
Don't,
start
yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
it and just let it like just give you everything before. I want you to be amazed as you dig in. You know, like
I
oh wow,
understand.
and you know who I want to get on here too, Monique
Yeah.
Uzila.
Uzila, yeah. He followed me.
Yeah.
I followed Uzila back today. So yeah, let's
Yes.
definitely obviously he'll see this, and I'll definitely send him a message too.
Yes, you should. And Uzila is to me is one of
Incredible.
the well is one of the most talented people. Well, it's one of the most it's one of the like very talented, multi-talented
Yeah.
people that I've met, and he's really great. His music is amazing.
Yeah.
He's very versatile. But I would like the reason I would want for you to dig into his music as well,
Okay.
or into his background as well, for you to find out how amazing this artist
Yeah.
is,
Because he's
and to have him
a
on here with
piano
you.
artist, and does he play? How many instruments does he play? I don't even like.
I know he plays piano.
Oh my.
Yeah, but yeah, but you know what? Talk to him
Yeah.
so he can. I want him to tell you. I want
Okay.
him to tell you what he does. But yeah, I'll link up with Zila and
Thank you.
Riwo so you guys can get it going. But I do want to thank you for having me. I want you to know it means a lot to me.
Yeah.
You discovering my music and saying I want to talk to this guy. I want to find out about this guy. And right now, put me on here and let people hear about me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't take these things for granted. I'm truly grateful for it.
Oh, and happy birthday to you, by the way.
Thank you, thank you. It's coming, next
It's
Tuesday.
coming. So just
Yeah, next Tuesday,
happy
and
birthday.
yeah,
So
thank you
thank
so
you
much.
again, and thank your family for sharing you with us tonight. Okay.
I appreciate that.
Okay. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, talk to you soon. Have a good one.
Peace.
Yeah, peace.